means you guys are not doing well. I love you. I don't care if that's seriously. No, thank you guys for coming back. This is normally the part of the show, the evening where I surprise the audience by letting them know that we teach classes here at OKC Improv. Yes, it's not as shocking here because you guys are all here to watch people finishing their classes. But we do teach classes here at OKC Improv. If you've been sitting there in the dark and like, I love my family and friends, I support my family and friends, but I am funnier than my family and friends. You probably are. Feel free. Sign up for classes. Just go to www.okcimprov.com. We have a class, new term of classes, our last term for the year, starting at the beginning of October. Just find a day of the week that works for you and sign up. And then you too can be on this very stage. You guys cool with that? Yeah! You guys ready for our last act of the day and of the entire student showcase weekend? Woo! We're going to be doing some frantic, funny, short form improv for you. Get your hands clapping.
Popcorn.
Popcorn is right. And as she walked inside, she found someone cleaning the chimney. Chimney?
Yes.
The chimney was really dusty and rusty and all flush.
Yeah.
And as Mary Poppins came up upon the chimney sweep, she thought to herself, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, what a project that is.
And a project it was, as she sat there, sipping tea, watching the chimney sweep do their job, looking down upon them, singing rhymes to herself, just out of earshot.
And those unruly kids were in the living room causing all sorts of havoc. Next door, she could hear these large bangs. They were a big cannon going
Boom! And then her head fell off.
She was so surprised it felt as though her head had just leapt from her shoulders because she was so startled, and she thought to herself, it must have been that spoonful of sugar I gave her.
And they all lived
Happily ever after.
The next game we're going to play is Murder Mystery So I need my victims to leave. This next game is going to be a little bit murderous, a little bit mysterious, and then a little bit like the game telephone. You'll figure it out. So we are going to need 3 suggestions to get us started, and I'm going to let my friend Luke take over.
All right, so for the murder, we need LOW, L-O-W, location. We need a place for the murder to happen. What's your favorite place to be murdered?
Library.
What? My basement.
I heard the library. Okay, next we need an occupation. What is something that you do as a day job when you're not murdering?
Watching
Can't
movies.
analyst.
Accountant, okay. And lastly, I need the weapon. We need something that you would murder.
Accounting book.
Okay, I heard a shark tooth.
Yes.
Okay, so again, the murder is happening in the library by an accountant with a shark tooth.
All right, bring in the first victim!
There he is.
of a
celebration that you wouldn't normally celebrate by going out to dinner for?
Christmas.
Failing a class.
Failing in class, I heard. So failing in class is why they're getting together for dinner. And what's this fine dining establishment that they're going to?
Texas Roadhouse.
We're going to Texas Roadhouse. Thank you. Okay, so here we go.
So, Sebastian, I just can't get over that we paid so much money for you to take these classes and then choose to fail them.
Choose to fail them. I just happen to
Your
fail
teacher said that you signed up specifically for the tap dancing class and chose to do hip hop the whole time.
Trying to convince some of the other dancers to try hip hop.
Good evening. Welcome to Texas Roadhouse. Here are your giant menus.
Very large.
All right. So, anything to drink today?
I'll take whiskey on the rocks.
Whiskey.
I'll also take whiskey on the rock.
All right. And we also have lots of rolls. So here you go.
God.
I'll be right back.
Eat those.
I don't get it, but can we pin that conversation? Why? Did you see how she was twerking?
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
I love Texas Roadhouse. I mean, we came here before you took your gardening class, before you took your improv class, before you took your NASA class.
My favorite place rolls are just so good.
I know, but we might need to do another, monthly date.
Whiskey.
Thank you. Whiskey.
Eat.
I'll take another one of these.
I'll have whatever you're having.
So, I'm all about you following your dreams, but I think we've been following the dreams now for 10 years.
For the set to the side for a second, it was. Did you notice she was doing some like a really high kick? Like I thought she was me in the head.
But did you notice she had a gun strapped to that leg?
Was there?
I respect Texas Roadhouse, but I just don't think we need to bring guns into this,
Not with
No.
the roll.
More whiskey. Here you go. So sorry. What would you like to eat?
Do you have gluten-free rolls?
Of course.
I don't know if you heard me. I want rolls, not those buns. So I just think we need to circle back to that, but
I'm gonna turn it around. I'm gonna get my act together.
and I know you mentioned you want to do yodeling. And did you hear her yodeling?
I did hear you.
Do you think she's taking classes?
Oh,
Your
I
way,
should
your
ask
way,
her.
your
Maybe
way.
I can join her there.
Large steak and your large steak.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, that's wonderful, guys. Our next game is Professor Know-It-All. This is for Michelle, Annalie, Luke, Harry, Ina, Brian, Colby, and Ambrielle. Nope. I just didn't want to say everybody but someone, I felt like that was like non-inclusive, so I wanted to just name everyone else. All right. We good? Cool. All right, so I have two very esteemed experts here tonight. You guys may not have known this, but they are here to tell us about some very important stuff that we need to know about. What is a topic that you've just been dying to read about on Wikipedia or just Google or learn about? What is that topic?
How to
get away with Star Wars fan fiction.
I heard Star Wars fan fiction too. It's funny that you say that. So I have two experts here on Star Wars fan fiction, which is great because I've seen those movies a lot. Okay? So this first professor's name is
Captain.
Jabba.
Hutman.
Darth.
Reverend.
Mrs.
Okay, we have Duchess, Reverend, Mrs. Hobbit. So I know that you guys have questions about Star Wars fan fiction, as do I. So what's the first question that comes to mind?
What species is Yoda?
What species is Yoda? Honestly, I have been wondering about that. Let's ask Captain Darth. What species is Yoda?
Lime. Green.
Small.
Old.
Lime green, small, and old. That's what Yoda is. That's the species, okay? And now for Duchess McClendon. What species is Yoda?
Simple.
Little.
Harry.
Ogre. A simple hairy ogre, guys. Now you do. All right, another question specifically about Star Wars.
How does Jabba the Hutt mate?
I was wondering that myself. How does Jabba the Hutt mate? I know that my two experts here know the answer to this. So you're gonna find out some good details here. Okay, so how does Jabba the Hutt mate?
First, it
Goes.
Grossly.
upon
Mate.
So first, it goes grossly upon the mate. We're gonna keep going.
Then.
it
Jumps.
On.
Everything.
So then it jumps on everything, and I feel like we should see this through.
because
Love.
Never.
Fail.
I don't even care how Jabba the Hutt does it anymore. Just know that love never fails. But, Senior Darth over here can tell us how Jabba the Hutt mates.
Enveloping.
It's
Tinder.
Jello.
lover.
It's a different kind of answer, but I mean, it still gets us there, Like, enveloping, it's Jello tender lover. So, I mean, I feel satisfied. That wasn't even intentional, truthfully. That was just me just agreeing. What's a question that you have that has nothing to do with Star Wars fan fiction that's just maybe burning on your heart?
Do Finn and Poe get together?
Do who and who
Do
get...
Finn and Poe get together?
Oh, that's a great question. I know that answer. Do Finn and Poe get together? Guys, do they? Do Finn and Poe get together?
Interesting
Enough.
They
Find.
that
Love.
never.
Fail.
Let's just double check. For posterity's sake. So do Finn and Poe, you know who they are. Do they get together?
Of course.
We know that Finn and Poe get together. So give it up for my experts. All right, our last game is for everyone. And it's going to be the alphabet game. So if you've never played the alphabet game or know what it is, they're going to go through lines and go consecutive order through the alphabet. So this is kind of where elementary school really comes into play, guys. Okay, so
Don't fail your class.
yeah, don't forget classes. You may have to go to Texas Roadhouse, but for sure, help us keep track as we go. So what letter are they going to start on for one?
K.
They're going to start on K. Okay. So they're going to start on K, and they're going to go back and forth. And if somebody messes up, we're going to say, clap, clap, out of there. Practice with me. Clap, clap, out of there. And then K. Wonderful. Okay, so what's a location that you really want to bring your grandmother before she dies?
Texas Roadhouse.
7-Eleven bathroom.
I have to go with Texas Roadhouse. Their suggestion is Texas Roadhouse. So may I have two people start us out?
Kevin, how you doing?
Louise, I'm doing great. It's good to see you. I hope you like rolls. That's what we're in for.
Not much.
What?
Moist rolls are my favorite.
Not typically mine, but I like the cinnamon butter.
Of course, cinnamon butter is also very good.
Perhaps we could order a steak.
Quite the grand idea you've got there to be at Texas Roadhouse ordering a steak.
Really good rolls.
Yeah. Server, can I have some more of these rolls? Unfortunately, I don't want those ones. I want the gluten-free ones.
Oh, very picky of you.
Oh, you said, oh.
No, wait. No, it's me. It's me.
Victory is ours at Texas Roadhouse.
What?
Will you marry me at this Texas Roadhouse?
Xena, I can't.
Unfortunately.
Oh. Why?
You no love me no more?
Probably not.
Zambia doesn't have any Texas Roadhouses, unfortunately.
Oh.
Absolutely not.
They do have it here.
Is it? Oh,
Can you believe that Grandma's about to die?
Death is one of my favorite things. That's why we're eating here.
Even though we've gone through this many times with other grandmas, like I just forgot.
Finally, Grandma's gone.
George, you know, we've been waiting for this for the inheritance.
Happier days could not have come sooner.
I believe that as well. I think that we have a stark future in front of us.
Just to clear the air, though, I'm happy Grandpa's still alive.
Kind of, but I don't know if I feel that same way.
Louise was a good grandmother. I will miss the stories that she used to tell us. Remember those cinnamon rolls?
Missing her will be the hardest thing, and you know, her cinnamon rolls is what always brings me back to Texas Roadhouse.
Naively, I thought they still made them the same way.
Opposing that, I think that she did start Texas Roadhouse, and fun fact, she started it in Kansas.
Alphabet.
That's our game!
Keep it going! Heartwarming and heartwarming. Did you guys enjoy yourselves? I'm so glad. As I said at the beginning of the evening, you take partial responsibility for that. So thank you so much.